Hey guys, it's Jack with Team Empire again, coming back at you with a new type of first thoughts. We're going to be going over the card of the day that was revealed for every single day this week. Because these cards were actually interesting, it actually does make me want to cover them. A lot of the other card of the days have been pretty simple cards. A lot of them are like, when they're commons, they're basically just like gain 5k power if you reach a certain condition. And while these cards aren't like incredible, like game warping, not even close, I think they're a lot more fun to cover than some of the other ones. This is probably going to be a pretty short video. The only ones we're probably going to go into depth on are about 3 cards, but I still think this video might be fun to make, so let me know if y'all enjoy it. We're going to start off with the first card for Monday, which is the card that got everyone excited for card of the day being back. It is Knight of Heavenly Law, Perselli, who is a Keter Sanctuary, grade 1, uses auto, center backward rearguard circle. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cost counterblast 1, put this unit into your soul, choose a number of your rested rearguards equal to the number of rearguards that were placed by the ability of your Vanguard with Alden in its card name during the battle phase this turn, and stand them. If you stand 2, you may draw a card. So this is a really powerful support card that once again enables Alden to have 5 attacks. Now it is a little more restrictive than the promo card. I honestly forgot the promo card's name. If any of y'all remember it, please let me know. But it's a very powerful version of a restand because it restands 2 things, while the promo only restands 1. They're both the CB. This one actually leaves the field, but gives you a soul for next turn. And also, this one has the potential to net you a draw on top of that. So, to be honest, people were talking about which one you should play. Is it this one or is it the promo? I honestly think you should play both if you have access to both, because the promo allows you to get 5 attacks going first, while this one allows you to get 5 attacks going second or on the Persona right turn. So I think you should probably play both of them and maybe stock up on the counter charger for Keter Sanctuary, just because both these skills are extremely powerful. And I quite like this card for Alden. So I'm happy Alden got the support card. Even if it's the only one he got, it's a very good support card. And kind of shows they're hitting the nail on the head for a lot of these support cards. We talked about the Magnolia support and the Greedon support. They're doing a really good job supporting these older decks. And I think Alden's a deck that can only get stronger. Next up, we're going to be covering a common card. This is one of the coolest commons I've seen yet. It is a grade 2 normal order for Dragon Empire, which is Tonight's Special, Mountain Grilling, Dragon's Breath. Kind of sounds like something from like a shonen anime. They're going to have like other specials, like Tonight's Special, Mountain Grilling, and they have some other like subtitle. Anyways, we're going to talk about its effect now. It is, plays this card with Energy Blast 2. Look at the same number of cards from the top of your deck as the number of your opponent's rearguards without a unit. Choose one unit card with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard's grade from among them, call it to rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. If your opponent's rearguard was retired by your Vanguard's ability this turn, that called unit gets power plus 5k. So I think I know why they made this card like this. It's because there's not a lot of decks that you can actually splash this card into to get the full benefit of the effect. Obviously there are decks that like you can play this card early in and your opponent's not going to have that many rearguards, so you can call potentially like one card out of top 4, top 3, or even top 5, which is very nice. But to get the full 5k power, your Vanguard specifically had to retire something that turn, so it means it has to be the main phase. The only decks that can really do that reliably are Balasagra, Eugene, and Gandiva. Gandiva and Eugene are going to want to play their best harvests, or Gandiva is going to want to play Forbital Surrogate in order to search out their Stirganas. So I don't think this card's going to see that much play in that. And then Bob Sarger wants to play its arms cards, and I don't think it wants to stock up on more orders. So even though I really like this card for the first effect being really generic, I do understand why it is a common and why it's worded this way, because it actually can't be used to its maximum potential that well in a lot of Dragon Empire decks. But I still think this card should be considered as an option. We have cards like Latifa for Dragon Empire, who relies on you activating an order card in order to activate her full effect. I think that's an amazing card. But the problem is Dragon Empire's orders weren't always great, but now that they have a really good normal order, I think the more Dragon Empire ride lines we get in the future, the more they can use this card to its maximum potential. So I would still keep your eye on this card. I think this card is very interesting. Next one we have is once again for Keter Sanctuary. It is a common. This is for Wednesday. It's a grade 2 called Prosperous Dragon. who has the effect Auto Ricket Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have 4 or more units, cost Energy Blast 4, draw a card. So once again, I think this is actually pretty cool. If you're playing a budget Keter deck that doesn't use a lot of energy, being able to transfer the energy into extra early game draws is very nice, especially if you're going first, because you will immediately have access to this, or sorry, going second I should say. If you have this going second, then you'll immediately have 6 energy to use when you're on your turn 2 in order to get that free draw. A lot of people are saying, why would you want to use this when you have the Energy Crest? But the Energy Crest, you have to wait till turn 3. So this allows you to not only rush your opponent, but get the draw a little bit earlier. Again, do I think this card is going to see like maximum play? No. But for a common, this is a very nice effect. Especially if you have 8 energy and you bounce this card off Alden's effect and then call this card again. Or if you restand it off the new grade 1, you can actually accumulate even more draws. So I think this card definitely should be considered if you're playing like a budget Keter Sanctuary deck. This could be a really nice common to play. Next up we have Brandgate, which is for Thursday. Everyone was really excited about this one. This is Refueling Stand, featuring Army Penguin. He survived 3,000 years. Very good on that man. Very proud of him. And he is a normal order with the effect. Play this card would cost Energy Blast 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose a card from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest into your soul. So a lot of people have been comparing this to like a lot of Magic cards like Preordain, which I think honestly kind of works. This is a decent card. Like in any other card game, I think this would be the most broken card in the game. Like imagine this card in Yu-Gi-Oh! But for Vanguard, especially for Brandgate, it's just alright. Brandgate doesn't have any of those like order cycles that activate if you played a normal order that turn. A lot of their support also relies on set orders, meaning that you're not going to be able to use this card to synergize with any of your other ride lines. The main deck I think this is going to see play in is definitely Messiah, because Messiah needs soul and also doesn't play set orders, so you can use this order in order to accumulate some of your pieces while also soul charging. So I think Messiah is going to use this very well. And again, the potential for other Brandgate decks in the future that don't use orders, like if we get another Encounter Brandgate deck, I could totally see those players running a card like this, especially since Energy Blast 2, it's relatively cheap. And then finally, we have the last card, which got a lot of people on the meme side of Vanguard very excited. It is Bursting Shot of Duststorm Glynis, who it is a Eugene support card. It's a grade 1 with the effect Auto Ricket Circle once per turn. When your opponent's rearguard is retired during your main phase, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater Eugene, you stand this unit and it gets power plus 5k until end of turn. Then it has the effect Continuous Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater with Eugene in its card name, this unit gets power or shield plus 5k I should say. So to be honest, it is kind of a shame this is wasted on a double rare. I feel like for a double rare it could have been a lot better. But, I mean, it still is decent. It gives Eugene one more card to rest off its skill, and having a VA 13k booster is alright. But, and like the 10k shield's okay too, but that basically means you're just gonna lose slower. I still think Eugene needs a major shakeup, major upgrade in order for the deck to even see any amount of play. The deck's just so rough to play. And to be honest, it doesn't matter what kind of support they give it, as long as we keep the same Vanguard, it's just not a very good card. Let me be fair here. I do think the card is good for what it's trying to do, but the problem is who she's trying to support is bad. So she's by extension a bad card. But a good job, Wishroad. You're still keeping Eugene on that life support. I really appreciate it. I think it's a cool little thing you're doing. Keep it up. Let's hope Barrow Magnus can get the next one. But with that being said, guys, let me know if you like this like weekly roundup format. I actually really enjoyed talking about these cards. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good one. Bye, guys.